All this is Dr. Doug, and I'm inspired because my colleague, author John Ware, just gave a TikTok denouncing Democrats, some of whom he respects, for not doing more in the face of state violence and this coup we've all been witnessing. He does so by evoking the AIDS Coalition to Unleash Power, a vibrant, young-oriented gathering of gays and lesbians in the 1980s and the 1990s. Both he and I were observers for and participants in that effectively strategies to change the way government and intransigence was killing people, and instead to get the FDA even to release drugs that are keeping all of you alive right now. John is calling for a resurgence of ACT UP-like strategies to reinvigorate our resistance movement. I would go one step further, however, as a psychologist, it seems to me that right now the problem is much more as well psychological as it is sociological. I'm sitting here in family therapy, and people who are actually on the right side of history, people with whom many of us might agree, are accusing family members who have a different politics than they do of being post-truth authoritarians, fascists, and doing so rather loudly and almost in a type of character defamation. You don't have to be Sigmund Freud to see that there are internal mechanisms, masochistic, sadistic drives for victim kids, inner bully, actually working stuff out in the unconscious, and no one is an enlightened witness. I'm actually suggesting that we unify, and I'm not the first person to say this, it's been going on for a really long time. We do for the resistance movement, as well as what we do in terms of taking greater responsibility for, I would just say very simply, resisted feeling. There's so many ways many of us walk away from our inner kids, our inner feelings, and say, fuck it, I don't want to deal with this bullshit. Walk out of relationships, storm in families and jobs, use in an unconscious way, numb ourselves out, and are basically, I would say, acting out a totalitarian suppression of our internal inner democracy and inner governance. So how about a new kind of ACT UP where we're actually waking up psychologically? Look, this is so important. Feel free to ask me any questions. Yeah, any thoughts you have, I'd love to hear from you.